Then we've walked on the moon. We've sent probes to the very edge of the solar system. And yet, strangely, 80% of the ocean's depths right here on our own planet remain a completely alien world. It's not just eternal darkness, a place where the pressure is strong enough to crush a submarine, but also a land where prehistoric monsters are still lurking. BNN McHNA. For centuries, sailors wove terrifying tales of ships swallowed without a trace, of giant tentacles rising from the abyss, of colossal shadows gliding beneath their hulls. At first, they were called legends, but science has since proven those horrors were real. Tonight, let's descend together to face 10 creatures that once terrorized mankind. This isn't a legend, this is the truth. In the stormy darkness of the North Atlantic, in the frigid waters around Norway and Iceland, there's a name that has terrorized every sailor: the Kraken. Norse legend tells of a colossal phantom submerged in the deep, a creature that could swallow an entire warship. On stormy nights, they said the Kraken would slowly surface. Its massive body was powerful enough to pull the very sea under. And then, colossal tentacles, thick as ancient tree trunks, would suddenly rise from the water. They would grip the ship's hull, wrap around every mast, and in an instant, the vessel and its crew would vanish forever into the deep, without a trace. Science calls it the giant squid Architeuthis ducks, over 12 meters long and weighing nearly 500 kilograms. This predator leaves undeniable proof: the scars on sperm whales. These are the marks of real battles where the Kraken and Leviathan truly clashed. Leaving the cold North Atlantic, we come to the Pacific. Here, people believe in a sea dragon that signals disaster whenever it washes ashore. That creature is the oarfish, the world's longest fish, reaching up to 11 meters with a vivid red fin and a shimmering silver body. It looks like a giant serpent underwater. The oarfish lives over 1,000 meters deep. When its ghostly form glides to the surface, its slow movement turns it into a symbol of the sea dragon, a harbinger of unstoppable catastrophe. Heading even deeper into the Pacific, in waters over 1,200 meters deep, a true goblin lurks. The Japanese call it tenuzame, or the goblin shark. When fishermen first pulled one up, they believed they had hauled a monster from hell. The goblin shark has pale, corpse-like pink skin, a long, pointed snout, and a nightmarish set of jaws that can shoot out like a spring-loaded trap to snap its prey in an instant. Imagine being a sailor in the 18th century, with no photographs or modern science. Suddenly, from your nets, a slimy face with razor-sharp teeth extending like a demon's emerges. It was enough to convince anyone that the horrors of the deep were real. This rare species lives only in the eternal darkness, and it's this bizarre appearance that has cemented its place as the goblin of the sea in folklore. Leaving the deep Pacific, we arrive in the lands of Southeast Asia and Northern Australia. Here, in the river mouths and mangroves, the legend of the sea dragon is no longer a fairy tale. The truth is, the largest reptile on the planet is waiting: the saltwater crocodile. Over 7 meters long and weighing more than a ton, they glide silently beneath the murky water, revealing only their eyes and nostrils like an invisible stalker. And then, with terrifying speed, they burst from beneath the water. With the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom, they can crush bone in a single instant. This is no mere river dragon. They swim into the open ocean, trailing ancient fishing boats, turning the fear of a sea dragon into a living nightmare. Then bend the vastness of the midnight sea. The memories of ancient Arabian sailors tell a chilling tale of a giant rising from the abyss. Its body was longer than a ship, and when its colossal mouth opened, it was not a mouth. but a black hole ready to swallow a fleet. They believed it was a monster of the ocean, and McHnay. But the truth is a different story. That giant is the whale shark, the largest fish alive on Earth, reaching over 12 meters long and weighing more than 20 tons. It is a gentle giant that feeds only on tiny plankton. Though a harmless creature, its immense silhouette gliding through the dark water was certainly powerful enough to turn an ancient sailor's terror into a legend, a gentle fish. Yet its mere form was enough to make a myth a reality. Farther south, in the frigid waters of Antarctica, there's a creature even more terrifying than the kraken, the colossal squid. If the kraken is a fantasy, then this is the far more terrifying original. The colossal squid can grow up to 14 meters long, with eyes the size of dinner plates, and most notably, its tentacles not only have suction cups, but also sharp, blade-like hooks. When it was first discovered in 2007, the world was shocked. The battles between them and sperm whales, leaving deep scars on their bodies, prove that real monster battles are still taking place in the deep sea. Just imagine you're a sailor on a fragile wooden ship in the cold fog. A pair of gigantic eyes flashes, then tentacles with razor-sharp hooks burst from the water. It's enough to turn any legend into a true nightmare. In the Bible, the Leviathan is described as a sea monster with destructive power, its breath able to ignite fire. For ancient sailors, the Leviathan was an invisible terror beneath the waves. Today, many scholars believe the Leviathan could be the sperm whale, the largest predatory whale. Reaching 18 meters long and weighing 50 tons, it hunts at depths of over 1,000 meters. The scars on its head reveal its fearsome enemies, the giant squid and the colossal squid. The battles between these two monsters are real, but always hidden in the darkness of the deep sea. For ancient sailors, the echoing roar of the sperm whale piercing the surface must have been the thunderous cry of the Leviathan. Van BNN McHnay of sea serpents are found everywhere. From northern Europe to the Mediterranean, people told of long, winding bodies, heads as big as barrels, slithering through the waves and attacking ships. The truth may have originated from the frilled shark. This is an ancient species, having existed since the time of the dinosaurs, with a long, snake-like body and a jaw containing up to 300 small, sharp teeth. Living at depths of 1,500 meters, they are sometimes swept to the surface when sick or dying, allowing fishermen to witness their terrifying form firsthand. If you were a 17th century sailor, would you still call it a myth? When a giant serpent emerges from the abyss right before your eyes, of all the sea monsters, the megalodon is a true nightmare. 3.6 million years ago, a giant dominated the oceans, reaching 18 meters long and weighing 50 to 70 tons. This shark had jaws powerful enough to crush a car in a single bite. Fossilized megalodon teeth, the size of a grown man's hand, are not just proof of its existence, but a reminder of a brutal predator. It hunted whales, sharks, and could even swallow some of the largest creatures of its time whole. Though science confirms the megalodon is extinct, its legend persists. 16th century sailors told of giant shadows that darted beneath their ships, making the entire hull tremble. And even today, rumors of mysterious blips on submarine radar and colossal bite marks on whale carcasses continue. Has it truly vanished, or is it merely lurking in the Challenger Deep, a place where humanity has never reached? In the tales of sea monsters, there is one last giant, not from legend but from the real world itself, the blue whale. reaching 30 meters long and weighing 100 tons. It is larger than any dinosaur that ever lived on this planet. Imagine you are a 15th century sailor, completely unfamiliar with science. When you see a colossal island slowly rise from the deep, spouting a column of water higher than a mast, what would you think? Clearly, that would be the living Leviathan, a true monster of the ocean. Though gentle, the blue whale is proof that monsters are not just a product of our imagination. They are still swimming out there, just beneath the waves, in the very world we thought we knew so well. The Kraken and Leviathan, those terrifying names, were merely the distorted shadows of real, true monsters. We've only touched less than 20% of the deep ocean. That means 80% of the eternal darkness remains an unsolved mystery. Could a creature be lurking out there, one powerful enough to make the megalodon seem tame? Is an endless horror waiting for us in the deep? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to join us on more chilling journeys, exploring the mysteries yet to be solved.